Hi and welcome to yet another Juddy Productions video. In today's video we'll be looking at the General Maths Area of Study 1, Data Analysis. The topic will be data transformations and we'll be focusing on the skill of a y-squared transformation. The y-squared transformation involves stretching the larger y values more than the smaller y values. The x values remain the same. So the technique is used to straighten out certain curves in a scatter plot. So here we see a visual where the y values are being stretched, particularly the large ones, and they're creating a straight line from what was previously or originally a curved relationship. So example, consider the following sample data that represents the measured brightness in lux of a light globe and the distance meters away from the light globe. So we're measuring the brightness of a light globe at a range of different distances. Task number 1, we'll enter the data into the TI-CAS calculator. Task number 2, we're going to perform a linear regression and calculate the following quantities. Task number 3, we're going to describe the relationship between the two variables. Task number 4, we'll determine the least squares regression line. Task number 5, we'll generate a scatter plot using the TI-CAS calculator. Task number 6, we'll generate a residual plot, also using the TI-CAS calculator. And task number 7, we'll perform a residual analysis. So let's do this on the TI-CAS calculator. So we choose our listed spreadsheets and we label the first column as distance, fill the data in. We label the second column as brightness and we fill the data in. Then we'll perform a linear regression from the menu, stats calculation, and a linear regression of a plus bx. Our x is distance, our y is brightness, and there we have it. There's our summary for the linear regression of brightness versus distance. We now go to plot this. On the vertical, we have a brightness on our label, and we have distance on the horizontal. And straight away, we can see that's a bit of a curve. We go to menus, analyze, regression in the form of a plus bx, and there's our equation. We'll next go to menu, analyze, residual, and we want to do a residual plot. We can see there the frowny face. Task number 2 is to perform a linear regression. So the summary is the y-intercept was found to be 34.276. The gradient was found to be negative 2.430. The Pearson's correlation coefficient was found to be negative 0.980. And the coefficient of determination was found to be 0.9613. Task number 3, describe the relationship between the two variables. So with the Pearson's correlation coefficient of negative 0.980, we can say that the strength is strong and the direction is negative. However, from the graph that we've observed, the form appears to be nonlinear. Task number 4 was to determine the least squares regression line. So we found that to be the brightness in lux is equal to 34.267. Take away 2.430 times the distance in meters. Task 5 was to generate a scatter plot, and we see here our scatter plot. Task 6 was to generate a residual plot, and there's a pattern obvious in this straight away. Task 7 was to perform a residual analysis. So the residual plot displays a clear pattern. The residuals are negative, then positive, then negative again, much like a frowny face. This plot does not support the assumption of a linear relationship between the variables. It may be possible to linearize the data by applying a transformation to one of the two variables. Let's now repeat the activity using the y-squared, that is the brightness squared transformation. So you'll see the table in front of you has the brightness in lux grayed out or shadowed out, and we'll replace that with the brightness squared. So we'll repeat the same process using the CAS TI-CAS calculator as we did with the original data. That is, we'll enter the data into a list and spreadsheet. Task number 2, we'll perform a linear regression and find the following values. Task number 3, we'll describe the relationship between the two variables. Task number 4, we'll determine the least squares regression line. Task number 5, we'll generate a scatter plot using the TI-CAS calculator. Task number 6, we'll generate a residual plot, again using the TI-CAS calculator. And task number 7, we'll perform a residual analysis. So let's do this now on the TI-CAS calculator. Let's open up a list and spreadsheet. First column we'll label as distance and fill in. Second we'll label as brightness. And then the third one we'll use brightness squared. And just to show you the equation we use, it was simply labeling it brightness and raising it to the power of 2. Menu, stats, calculation, a plus bx format, and distance is our x variable and brightness squared is our y variable. There's our linear regression summary. Let's now plot this. We'll go to plotting. Vertical axes will be brightness squared. Horizontal axes will be the distance. Looks pretty straight line. Menu, Analyze, regression, A plus BX format. There we have a nice straight line. Let's now look at the residual with the menu. Analyze, residual, and plot our residual. And we can see that's got a random scattering above and below the x-axis. Task number 2 will perform a linear regression, and that is for the new transform data. So our summary, or the features of the linear equation, are as follows. The y-intercept has a value of 1013.6. The gradient has a value of negative 95.655. The Pearson's correlation coefficient is now negative 0.9991, and the coefficient of determination has a value of 0.9984. Task number 3, we wish to describe the relationship between the two variables, and we can see with such a large negative value for the Pearson's correlation coefficient, we can see there is a strong linear relationship, and it's negative, and also from the graph we witness that it's linear in form. Task number 4, we wish to determine the least squares regression line for the transform data. And it is as follows. The brightness squared in lux is equal to 1013.6, take away 95.655 times the distance in meters. Task number 5, we wish to generate a scatter plot, and we can see that once we square our brightness, we have an extremely linear looking association. Task number 6, we wish to generate a residual plot. Task number 7, we wish to perform a residual analysis. So looking at the residual plot, we can see that it displays approximately equal numbers of randomly scattered points both above and below the horizontal axes. There's no clear pattern being displayed, no clear smiley or frowny face. This plot supports the assumption of a linear relationship between the variables. This is the correct transformation for this particular set of data. So as a conclusion, let's look at our original data. There's our original data, its scatter plot, its associated residual plot, and its linear regression equation. In summary, it has a very high R value of negative 0.980. It has a high R squared value of 0.9613. The original data probably has a non-linear relationship. The residual plot does not support the assumption of linearity. A transformation of the data may be required. A least squares regression line should not be fitted to data that is not linear, as any interpretations or predictions will not be accurate. Now let's examine our transform data, where we have a new linear relationship, which states the brightness squared in lux is equal to 1013.6, take away 95.655 times the distance in meters. And we see that generates what looks to be a very strong linear association, and the residual plot does have a random scattering of values above and below the x-axis. So this has improved the R value from an original value of negative 0.980 to a new value of negative 0.9991. It has also improved the R squared value from an original value of 0.9613 to an improved value of 0.9984. So the y-squared transformation has improved both the original R and R squared values. The y-squared transformation has linearized the data. This is the correct transformation for this particular set of data. And brightness squared in lux is equal to 1013.6, take away 96.655 times the distance in meters is the best relationship for these two variables. You've been watching a Juddy Productions video. If you've enjoyed and indeed learned something from this video, then please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.